and welcome to the World Hydrogen Summit here in Rotterdam. I'm on the stand at Endress+Hauser with Arjan van Ginkel, the industry manager for chemical and energy. Arjan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about what you do as a business.
We make and supply measuring instruments to the industry. So all sorts of industry, we supply all the measuring instruments like flow, pressure, temperature, level, analytical devices, anything you need to make a good product.
And tell me a little bit about particularly the energy content in hydrogen.
That's a nice question. I hear that a lot. Well, people are confusing natural gas with hydrogen. So natural gas has an energy content. That means it's the composition of the natural gas is different per region. So if you take it from the Netherlands, or you take it from Norway or from Mexico, it has a different content. That means a different energy content. That also means, like, if I put in simple words, how far can you drive on 1 liter or 1 kilo of natural gas? Hydrogen, you don't have that, because it's actually a molecule which is loaded with energy. So the only thing it can have is impurities. Impurities that differs a little bit by the source of the hydrogen. But if we take green hydrogen, for instance, what you would have is probably some moisture and oxygen. And this we can actually detect with our instruments. So you got different industry standards, depending on where you use it. If it's for industry, if it's for cars, the different purity, it has certain standards, and we fulfill these standards. And we can measure with our devices the impurities.
A very helpful aspect, of course, for the business moving forward. Also, regarding liquid storage of hydrogen, particularly here in the Netherlands, I believe that's quite challenging. So tell me how Endress+Hauser help with that.
Liquid hydrogen has been very popular in the 1990s. It's drifted a little bit away into gas again, and now it's back coming up. So in the Rotterdam, in Amsterdam, even in Eemshaven, they're planning to have tanks and store the liquid hydrogen. So it's very difficult to measure because it's minus 252 degrees. And there are no international standards around storing liquid hydrogen. So we work together with the Japanese authorities and with some partners in Japan and Australia. And there we actually used one of our level devices and put it on a liquid hydrogen tank. And there we measured it, and also custody transfer. That's actually the very first installation in the world.
So what I'm hearing is Endress+Hauser, you create a lot of instruments that are very useful for the hydrogen industry, generally. Those instruments, I'm guessing there must be a challenge with performance tracking, because with most instruments in most industries, after a while, their usefulness or their ability to be accurate diminishes. How do you combat that problem?
I don't really know if the industry or if the product performance really diminishes, but what we have in the software of our devices, and all of them, we actually have the footprint from the instrument from the factory. So the way it's left the factory, and with specific software, we can verify continuously if the instrument is still performing according to that standard. And that tells you then if it's working within the expected performance. That can be very helpful when you have a subsidy project. For example, if you have a subsidy in the Netherlands, every month, you need to report how much you measured, and you need to give verification of the integrity of the measuring instruments. So by running a report every month, you can actually give it to the authorities electronically, and then you keep your subsidy. We have it all online. So with my mobile phone, I can just check the integrity of the instruments. So supposedly somebody sells an electrolyzer from Germany, puts it in the Netherlands, then from Germany they can track it on their mobile phone or on their laptop, the performance of the instruments.
So it makes it truly, in a sense, it gives you a lot more ability to check on the hoof as you move, as you walk, and actually to see the accuracy on a day-to-day basis. Excellent. Regarding the next couple of years, the hydrogen industry's faced several challenges. There's been maybe a contraction in some sectors because of the geopolitical climate. Where do you see Endress+Hauser's role, and where do you see the future?
I think the future looks very good. Like you said, we had a little bit of a dip, it's now going back up again. And what we're doing since many years already, we work very closely to the ones that are actually making the systems to generate hydrogen, and also with the end users that will ultimately implement the hydrogen usage. So by working closely with them together over a very long period of time, we know what their needs are. So we're continuously developing our products to make sure that we fulfill all of their needs.
Arjan, thank you so much for your time. Much appreciated, and wish you the very best for the rest of 2026.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Arjan van Ginkel there, the industry manager at Endress+Hauser here at the World Hydrogen Summit. Exciting times with the wonderful instruments they're creating, the ability to make sure they're performing at the highest standards and supporting you as we move forward towards clean energy.